Welcome, racing fans. Keeping you informed throughout the off-season. This is Motorsports Radio's Pit Stop as we embark now on the off-season. Might not be much to talk about, but there's a lot of news going on. That's what we're keeping our eyes and ears open. So here is the latest. Dale Earnhardt Jr. planning to begin on-track testing in December and January to prepare for a full-time return to NASCAR. This was confirmed on the Sunday of the Sprint Cup Series finale at Homestead. Dale Jr. planning on returning in 2017. Earnhardt Jr. says, quote, "We don't want to go to Daytona cold turkey and jump in the car. We want to get into the race car sometime in December and January and run some laps and knock the rust off, get some confidence, and make sure everything seems right and everything feels right." He also pointed out that he's been feeling pretty good, his vision and no nausea. Dale Jr. has been suffering from concussion-like symptoms and missed the last 18 races of 2016. NASCAR policy reads, referring to medical issues for drivers returning to racing, saying, quote, at the discretion of NASCAR, a driver may be permitted a one-day test after an absence involving a medical condition. The associated organization must submit a voucher for the test along with a documented requirement from the driver's physician or an on-track evaluation. Medical assistant tests or tests will be structured in such a way as to minimize competitive advantage while still providing a thorough evaluation of the driver. So hopefully, if all goes well, we'll see Dale Jr. back behind the wheel of the Double 8. Toyota wins its first manufacturers championship in NASCAR Cup in the Cup Series, thanks to Kyle Busch's sixth place finish, I should say, at Homestead. Kyle Busch drives the 18 Joe Gibbs Toyota. Toyota also snatched Sprint Cup, Xfinity Series and the Truck Series this year too, but Toyota drivers have won 16 races in the 2016 season. This snaps Chevrolet's 13 year in a row winning streak. Vice President of Integrated Marketing Operations from Toyota, Ed Lukes, says that capturing our first Cup Series manufacturer's title is a tremendous accomplishment and one that has been a goal for Toyota since entering the series 10 years ago as underdogs in this ultra-competitive series. Joe Gibbs Racing has 12 wins for 2016, and Furniture Row has 4. Of course, Furniture Row, Mark Truex Jr., and of course, Furniture Row and Joe Gibbs, they kind of like teamed up this year, right? So there you go. Now, of course, Furniture Row Racing next year, because the big news is that they'll be having a second car out there, the 77 car, which will be driven by Xfinity Series driver, now to become a Cup Series driver, Eric Jones. Still don't know what the Cup Series will be called yet, but Motorsports Radio will keep on it. Now, some other big news here would be Greg Biffle. Greg Biffle will not be returning to Roush Fenway Racing. This announcement was made on Monday after Sunday's race. So 2 Mondays ago, right? It's been 2 weeks ago. The Monday prior to the holiday break. Greg Biffle, driver of the 16 car. Biffle has raced for Roush Fenway for 19 years, and he's calling it a mutual agreement. As for Biffle's next venture, so far nothing concrete at the moment. Biffle does want to drive in 2017 and has contemplated many offers, including one from JTG Doherty. Biffle started driving the number 16 Roush Fenway Ford in 2003. His best season in 2005 with 6 wins, 6 wins in 05, 15 top 5 finishes, and finished second in the points standing. Also has 1 Xfinity Series championship and a Camping World Truck Series championship. Biffle's last Cup Series win was back in 2013. Now, speaking of Cup Series, Champions Week, which started last Tuesday and runs all the way through Friday tomorrow. Some stuff they already did today. This one was today, 16 chase drivers, which were set to be take a cruise down Las Vegas Boulevard in their cars for the NASCAR Victory Lap fueled by Sunoco, followed by NASCAR Silver Bullet Bash at XS at Encore Las Vegas, which is presented by Coors Light and celebrates the end of the 2016 Sprint Cup Series season, which will also feature a live performance by American authors. And then on Friday, now this is one because we could all watch this on television. Of course, there's a lot of college basketball. Well, actually, not too many college basketball games. That's how I've been checking it. Now I'm switching to college basketball and football, which, I've been watching since the beginning. But now, that's the wintertime sports. But a black tie event on Friday, tomorrow. So if you're listening to this today, you can tune in tomorrow at NBCSN. This is the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Awards presentation featuring the 16 chasers and celebrity performers, and is being held at Wynn Las Vegas, and will air Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on NBCSN. And there's also early coverage starting at 8 o'clock Eastern on MRN and NASCAR Radio. So they're both going to be covering it. NBC is going to start the coverage at 9 o'clock Eastern, and then MRN and NASCAR Radio, SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, they'll be starting the coverage at 8. So there you go. Hey, racing fans, we're getting you through the off-season. This is Motorsports Radio's Pit Stop, only at the home of Motorsports Talk. Motorsportsradio.net. So Mark Martin is heading to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. The National Motorsports Press Association has selected Mark Martin to be class of 2017 inductee, receiving 95% of the ballots casted by members of the NMPA, and will be inducted. Mark Martin will be inducted on Sunday, January 22nd. Mark Martin has 40 Premier Series wins, 40, and is ranked 17th on the series all-time list. 882 career starts, ranked 5th overall. Also 49 Xfinity Series wins and 7 Camping World Truck Series wins. Alright, so driver grades came out over the course of the past few days, if you want to say past few days. Homestead Miami driver grade is Home Motorsports Radio's report card information source, NASCAR.com's. We do the A, B's, and C's. And here we go. Joe Logano, Jay McMurray, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, AJ Allmendinger, Denny Hamlin, Michael McDowell, and Landon Castle all get A's. Now, Kyle Larson gets an A++. Pretty good job from Kyle Larson on Sunday. Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick get A+, and Brian Scott gets an A-. Brian Scott, by the way, is another driver who retired this year. Also, Casey Mears taking some time off, and there'll be another driver behind the wheel of the 13 car next week, but we'll talk about that. I should say next year, but we're going to talk about that on next week's Pit Stop. Now, in the B column, here are the B's. Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, Paul Menard, Alex Bowman, Casey Mears, Danica Patrick, Bart Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr., and Casey Kane all got B's for their performance on the season's last race. Chase Elliott gets a B+. Greg Biffle, Chris Buescher, Ryan Newman, and Carl Edwards, they get B-. Of course, Carl Edwards, everyone saw that big wreck, victim of circumstance maybe, but maybe not. I think that could be debatable right there. Now in the C column, Trevor Bayne, Tony Stewart, Clint Boyer, Matty Benedetto, Michael Annett, David Reagan, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Reagan Smith all get C's. And, Reagan Smith actually got a C minus, and everybody else got C's, and no C pluses. So there you go. And everyone else got either a D's or F's. Clint Boyer, as you know, is going to be taking over for Tony Stewart, driving the 14 car next year. Clint Boyer also suing H. Scott Motorsports. We'll talk about that next week as well. Now, here is Motorsports Radio's Power Rankings Digest source, BeyondTheFlags.com and NASCAR. For some reason, they only had 15 drivers this week. Normally 16, but here we go. Number 1 is Joe Logano. 2, Alex Bowman. 3, Kyle Busch. Pat Kenseth, number 4. Number 5, Denny Hamlin. Kevin Harvick, number 6. 7, Chase Elliott. 8, Carl Edwards. 9, Jimmy Johnson. Truex Jr., number 10. 11 is Bart Keselowski. Casey Kane, number 12. 13, Kyle Larson. Ryan Blaney, number 14. And Ryan Newman, number 15. And of course, it leaves us with, we might as well go over it, the driver standings. We're just going to do the top 10, okay, for all 3 series. Also, Formula 1. Formula 1 ended their season on Sunday with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But the Sprint Cup Series driver standings, top 10. Now, in the top 4, the Chasers. Jimmy Johnson, of course, the 2016. Now Jimmy 7-time Johnson, 2016 Sprint Cup Series champion. He's in first place with 5,040 points. Second place is Joe Logano with 5,037. Kyle Busch in third with 5,035. And Carl Edwards, cousin Carl, in fourth with 5,007. Fifth place is Matt Kenseth. Sixth, Denny Hamlin. Kurt Busch. Seventh. Eighth is Kevin Harvick. 9th, Kyle Larson, and in 10th place, it's Chase Elliott. Now, taking a look at the Xfinity Series top 10, we've been doing our homework here at Motorsports Radio. And this is our first time going year-round. We used to just stop. So this is kind of a new thing we're doing, but we're gonna keep you. It's good to keep up to date, with what's going on, and of course we'll get back into our on-season stuff on starting February 22nd. And we might do Motorsports Radio Pit Stop. I'm going off a little bit, but we might do Motorsports Radio Pit Stop in place of the weekend edition. So when we get back to then, we'll do the Motorsports Radio Breakdown on Mondays, and then maybe let's kind of do the think tank today, and maybe just do Pit Stop all the way as the Thursday ritual all the way through. And to replace the weekend edition. Of course, the same format as we've always been doing for those that have been listening for a while. But Xfinity Series top 10. Again, the Chasers in the top 4. Daniel Suarez, driver of the 19 Toyota, at first place. And, of course, the 2016 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. And a big deal, first international NASCAR driver to win a title. And he's with 4,040 points. Now, Elliott Sadler in second place with 4,038. Justin Allgaier in third with 4,035. And then Eric Jones in fourth place with 4,032. Fifth place is going to be Ty Dillon. Sixth place, Ryan Reed. Blake Koch in seventh place. Brennan Poole in eighth place. Ninth place is Ryan Sieg. And then Brandon Jones in 10th. And now for the Camping World Truck Series. Again, top 10, top 4 are the chases. Now, Johnny Sauter, of course, who did not win that race, which was the Ford EcoBoost 200, but was the best finish out of the 4 chases. Johnny Sauter, first place, and the Camping World Truck Series champion with 4,030 points. Matt Crafton in second place with 4,026. Christopher Bell in third with 4,025, and then Timothy Peters in fourth with